Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sarel van Grenen, aka Mr. VG, and we are now diving into the two most important topics in statistics in grade 11 and 12, except maybe for standard deviation, which we're going to get to later on. But let's start by looking at Ogives. Some teachers will call it cumulative frequency diagrams, but the majority of us maths people, statisticians, call it Ogives. So looking at this question, this is a beautiful kind of question where we link Ogives with box and whisker diagrams. We love these kind of questions. We love to throw them out because it's actually not really that difficult. So I'm going to ask you to try this one yourself first, and then look at the rest of the video. And then I'm going to show you step by step, how do I actually draw the box and whisker diagram with the Ogive, or from the Ogive rather. Okay, when we look at this one, ladies and gents, I just want to quickly say one thing. If you are a very pure mathematician or a statistician, you will see there's actually one problem with this diagram, okay? Two problems. First of all, the 10s and the 20s don't really line up to the numbers that well. That's a small little thing. But just, so you understand, and I'm going to work with every second line on the y-axis being a multiple of 20. So there's my scale. But the kind of bigger problem is your x-axis, okay? That's kind of a bit of a bigger problem because I'm jumping here from 0 to 85 to 90. So the examiner in this case should have actually done something else here, which is going that dot, dot, dot in there, okay? Most teachers, if you are a pure mathematician, you would kind of go, yeah, we don't like it. But we're going to answer this question in any case. So first of all, they say, draw a box and whisker diagram for the Ogive. Now that means, remember, for the box and whisker, I need 5 things. I need minimums, maximums, medians, quartile 1 and quartile 3. I do it in that order, not because of ascending order, because that's just how I usually do it. Minimums and maximums, your end points, then your middle, and from your middle, then we go to quartile 1 and quartile 3, your lower and your upper quartiles. Let's start with our minimums. Our minimum is at 85. And our maximum is going to be there by 120 because there's nothing that goes above 120. Then I'm going to now start looking for my median. I love to start looking for the median, but I need the position. So I'm going to do some mathematics here below us, below the sketch. Position. Now, the position of the median, remember, it's a half of how many people there are. Now there's 60 people approximately in this, so I'm going to go a half of 60, which is 30. Please understand that thing of a half of 60 plus 1, ladies and gentlemen, we don't use that formula at the Ogives. The reason for that is, number one, you mustn't actually use that formula according to the examiners. They don't want people to use that formula. At least the IEB examiners, I know they've come out and said they don't want people to use it. The more important thing about this is that, remember, an Ogive is an estimation. So there's going to be very, very, very little difference between your 30th person and your 30,5th person because it's actually just an estimate. So if I look at going making life easy, I'm just going to say a half times 60. So that is 30. So if I find my 30th value and take it down, it's at about 105. Again, we're going estimation. Estimation. Next up, I'm looking at my quartile 1, which is a quarter of 60. So in other words, the 15th person. So that means that that's now at about 99. Again, it's an estimation, okay? Because it just describes the data. It's not a pure science. That's why a lot of math teachers also sometimes struggle with statistics, because statistics is a lot of times estimations, because we are looking for just descriptions about data. Yes, there are certain things that is very much, strict and according to calculations and that, but Ogives is not one of them. Remember, you draw an Ogive using your free hand. So the examiners will also have a bit of leniency, 1 or 2 up or 1 or 2 down, that they'll be looking for. Let me carry on. I'm getting so distracted with statistics and the fun behind it. Next up, I need my upper quartile, quartile 3. 3 quarters of 60, which is the 45th person. So that is at about 108, give or take. So let me just complete my box and whisker. Ta-da! There's my box and whisker. Does it really tell me much? Nah, not really. The interpretation of this is actually, ladies and gents, the beauty behind statistical interpretation is when we start comparing things, like we're going to do by question D. So let's quickly look at now the next question. How many players weigh between 100 and 110? Now, I've already gone to the 100 kilograms and went up to my Ogive, and I got about the 17th person. That means there are 17 people that was at 100 kilogram or below. Okay, so at 100 kilogram or below. If I look at the 110, taking it from 110 up to my Ogive, it's about 56, it's about 51 people that are at 110 or below. But now what is the question? The question is between. Now if I'm looking for between 100 and 110, think about it. If I'm looking for between those, it's simply going to be 51 minus 17, which is 34 people between 100 and 110. Is that good or bad? We've got no real clue until we get to a question like question C, where it says, according to the league's standards, look what's happening. Now I'm taking my data, I'm comparing it to another standard. Now this is where statistics comes in. This is where statistics now becomes powerful. 40% of their players should lie under 95. So if I look at under 95, I'm going to go to my Ogive and find the 95th kilogram. Look how many guys have below or at 95 or below, and that's only 10 people. But 10 out of 60. To get it into percentage, that means only 16.67% of the rugby players are below 95 kilograms. Does that conform to the accepted criteria? No, it does not. And we've justified our answer by using some beautiful mathematics. Ladies and gents, this is easy stuff. But it is important that you understand the reading off from Ogives. They are going to ask it of you. Grade 11s and 12s, you're going to be asked this. So this is Mr. VG signing out. Have a beautiful evening, and please tune into our next videos where we are going to dive in to standard deviation and what's happening there. So have a beautiful rest of your day. Salani Gohle. Bye-bye.